full throttle. That's not good. What is going on, guys? It is a beautiful morning. Thank you for tuning in. Let's get this going. Let's go ahead and hop in here and son of a weather check is in fact beautiful. We are out for a Saturday morning drive to go pick up my wife from work. She had to work this morning, and we'll see here in just a second where she is working. In fact, while we're on the way, we'll go ahead and talk real quick the whole point of this video and what we're doing today. So I purchased a Superchips Flashpaq tuner for this truck. This is a 2007 Silverado. It's the second generation. Silverado's got the 5.3 liter V8. You had 3 engine choices with this model. You had the 5.7, the 4. I think it's 4.8 or something silly, and then kind of the Goldilocks of the group, which is the 5.3. What I'm trying to get out of it is a little bit more power. I want a little more, you know, responsive throttle, a little crisper, and I'm hoping, you know, probably some efficiency gains in the realm of fuel mileage. If you've seen any of the other videos so far, you've seen the truck has been leveled 3.5 inches. It has some 33-inch pretty wide tires. They're rough terrain tires, and it's also got a Canon cold air intake. So with all of that, my mileage has dropped a little bit. The cold air intake helped, you know, a very, very small amount, but it helped a little bit. But with the lift, bigger tires, you know, heavier rotating mass, and going from somewhat of a street tire to an off-road tire, not very efficient on fuel, which that's totally fine. The whole point of owning a truck isn't to save fuel. But what we're gonna try to get today is 1, power, 2, fuel efficiency, and 3, little crisper throttle. And we are now here. Pick up my wife. Some people ask why I always wear sunglasses. It's because I have 2 black eyes all the time.
Stop.
Hi, babe. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. She loves me so much. What is that? Is that your car?
Yeah.
Dodge Charger Hellcat. Her future, our future, family car. It's actually a good discussion point. We're sure going to bring that up again. Red interior on cars. What are your thoughts there? She doesn't like it. So, in the, was it late 80s, mid 80s to late 80s, early 90s, blue interior and red interior were a regular thing in cars, like the old Monte Carlos or the old old Corvettes. What did he just hit?
Oh, it's a door.
Oh, jeez.
No, he's still holding it.
Oh, I thought he like nailed the curb or something. Oh gosh.
That was terrifying.
Jeez, I need to
Just
get
like yours.
my Freon's a little bit low, so I kicked on the AC and about blew up. Okay, red interior on cars or blue interior on cars. It seems to be a fad again, but I really feel it's going to be a very short fad because, you know, from the 80s to 90s it seemed pretty cool, and then it looked like absolute shite for 20 years after that. So we're bringing it back? and it'll be cool for probably 3 or 4 years, and then it'll look ugly again. I personally think. I'm sure we'll have a lot of disagreements. We'll see. Back in the Lone Star Hawaiian garage just for a quick pit stop. The Freon level in my AC system is extremely low. So when I turn the air conditioning on, it kicks so freaking hard. It's just, it's hard to hear. So we're gonna charge the AC real quick. And just as a disclaimer, I am by no means a mechanic. I'm simply a hobbyist, so this is not a how-to. But I'm gonna go ahead and put some Freon in. Here we go. Fire in the hole! So what did you just ask me?
Do you want to go to Ken's Fish?
So we're gonna put another pause. We're gonna head up north, which is actually that way. Ken's Fresh Fish. If you're ever visiting Oahu, definitely need to visit Ken's Fresh Fish. Basically, a local guy out of Hauula on the North Shore goes fishing, makes the best ahi katsu you will ever have in your entire life. So I'm actually looking forward to this. Superchips tuner. Why Superchips? Why did I choose that brand? There's several you can choose from, whether it's Black Bear, whether it's Diablo Sports, in this particular case, Superchips. The reason I chose this particular brand is simply brand recognition. This is a brand I heard several times growing up. I've always been kind of a gearhead, always been an automotive junkie, as whatever you might call it. So when I was looking for a tuner for this truck, that's kind of the first one that popped into my head. Read a few reviews about it, you know, saw some good things, saw, you know, obviously some negative things. There's always negative to every positive. But anyways, this is what we went with. We went with the Superchips Flashpaq tuner. There's a Supermoto that just did a massive wheelie going onto the highway. That's awesome. I mean, it's very unsafe and no one should ever do that. Especially me, I would never do that. So that's why I chose Superchips. And where we're going right now, we're gonna head up north a little bit to do the remainder of this video. I'm always doing things in the garage, as you've probably seen in the other videos. And I figured I'd give you guys a new view, a new change of scenery. I do live in a very nice place, so I figured I'd show you guys some of the benefits of living on an island. So we're gonna head up north just a little bit, pull over, and then we'll pull out the Superchips tuner and start playing around with that. So here we have it, the Superchips Flashpaq tuner, and then the tuner itself. So what I'm gonna do, a little bit dark, but I'll plug that right here. See, tune vehicle. Okay, let's do a quick tune. Ignition on. Okay. So selections we have performance, tow, 87 octane, mileage excess save, and stock. So we're gonna go the whole shebang and go straight for performance. So performance is designed for a non-towing application. 91 octane fuel is required. Go. Okay, so install performance file. Yes. Installing the tuned engine file. So So it looks like on top of tuning the engine, it's gonna go ahead and adjust some of the parameters on the transmission. So I'm assuming that's gonna be shift pressures or shift points. It might raise them up a little bit. We might have some stiffer shifts, but we'll see here in just a second. Transmission file tune. So now it's telling me turn ignition switch off and remove key. Remove the key, press OK to continue. Performance tuning is now installed. So let's go ahead and moment of truth, start them up. Let's do this. So here we have a blue stop sign. If you didn't know, all stop signs in Hawaii are actually blue. Not really. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and head up this way, up the hill. We're gonna do kind of a half throttle pull, and then we'll do a full throttle pull and kind of see if we can tell any significant difference with the performance tune versus the stock tune which was in it. Okay, it's first gear, second gear. Third gear. Okay. So second to third, it held it in gear a lot longer. Let's get this thing back down to second. And half throttle pull. Not too much of a difference. We are going uphill, so it's hard to feel any, butt horsepower. Now we're on a private closed road. We're gonna do a full throttle pull. Ready? Full throttle. What the hell was that? Hold on. That's not good. Okay, so I apologize for the wind noise, but that was a horrific sound. So we went full throttle, man, the transmission kicked into gear immediately, but there was so much spark knock, that was ridiculous. Either the ignition was way too far advanced and it was igniting before top dead center, which in a high compression engine is catastrophic. Fortunately for these pickup trucks, these things are relatively detuned. That was just awful. So we're gonna go ahead and detune this thing right now, put it back to stock, and we're gonna head back to the garage. So the Superchips device basically advanced the timing, and now I'm getting all kind of warning labels up here. It's got ABS, my emergency brake lights on, so I don't know how a tune would translate to my brake system. We'll see. All right, let's get to home, get this thing figured out. That is a big bummer. Okay guys, we are back in the garage and I'm extremely disappointed right now, to be honest. The Superchips Flashpaq tuner required a 91 octane grade of fuel, which is obviously to prevent any pinging, any spark knock, and any pre-ignition. And it seems like that's exactly what the heck happened. So what I'm going to do is put the stock tune back on with some of the advanced settings, allowing me to program the 33-inch tires and also the 373 gears we have in the truck. That should take away the brake ABS light we saw on the dash, but as far as the tune itself, I really don't know. So I'm going to go ahead and contact Superchips to see what the issue was, what could have possibly happened, and how do I go about fixing it. But without further ado, let's go ahead and put the stock tune back in this thing. So let's go ahead and tune vehicle. Let's do advanced tune this time. Mileage, stock with options, or just stock. So we're going to go stock with options. So it's now going to prepare the memory, put the stock tune back in it. It's also going to, update the adjustments on the tire size as well as the rear axle ratio. So if you were ever wondering, 33-inch tires, rear end, 373s. If I were to go to 35-inch tires, 373s are absolutely too long of gears. So if you go 35-inch tires on this truck, you will need 410 gears. 373 gears with this tire setup is about at its limit. You lose a little bit of fuel mileage. Obviously, with the truck being higher, there's a higher drag coefficient. Acceleration, obviously a little slower because it's a heavier rotating mass as well as a larger rotating mass. But if you're going to 35s, 410 gears, 33, you're okay with 373s. Stock with options now installed. So I hope you enjoyed this video today, guys. I hope it was entertaining and somewhat informative in some aspect. I had a good time today. Sorry for the brief intermissions with the trip to the North Shore as well as some other things we were doing. But we do have more uploads coming soon. We are taking a trip to mainland here shortly, in which we'll be seeing something special in some regard. We'll see some reactions of some people that don't know about it yet, but it'll be a very good surprise. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. We are growing YouTube channel. We can continue to grow with more exciting content, again with the truck and some other vehicles, which you'll be seeing very, very shortly. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button below. I do enjoy reading all of your comments. Thank you guys so much for your input. I do love learning from those that have a lot of experience, and for those cynical people out there that just love leaving stupid comments, I enjoy reading those too, so continue those. Thank you again, guys, so much. Have a great night. We'll see you next time. Aloha.